Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel ShivsFit. We're going to do a simple 20-minute HIIT session today, high intensity interval and intentional training session. We're going to do 10 minutes of cardio and 10 minutes of abs. We're going to do 40 seconds of work and have 20 seconds of rest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the rounds and I'm going to show you what a beginner version of the exercises look like, intermediate and advanced. So first one is going to be beginner, second time round will be intermediate, and then the third one will be advanced. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you really quickly, and I'm looking on my phone, that's why I'm not texting anybody, I'm just checking to see which session I've written that we're going to do. The first one is going to be quite simple, running on the spot. So I'll show you some modifications for that. The second one is going to be a burpee, which essentially this is one version of a burpee, intermediate version, with a jump up like that. We'll do some mountain climbers, so down in a press up position, and then bringing your knees to your chest like that. That's Benvolio in the background. If you can hear him, he'll make an appearance later. We'll do some squat jumps, or squats if you're a beginner. I'll show you that modification too. And then we're going to do press ups. And then we'll move into 10 minutes of abs, which will be fairly simple, and I'll show you what those are when we get to that stage. So I'm going to get my timer going, and then we will get started. So, all right, so first of all, running on the spot, we all know what that is like. If you are a beginner, just stand in one spot and just bring your knee up to your chest. Obviously, if you're intermediate, you can do that a little bit faster, and if you're advanced, you can do that even faster still. So remember, we're only doing 10 minutes of cardio, guys, and it's actually not even 10 minutes because you get 20 seconds of rest between each round. It's 5 exercises, 2 times a round. So I have to do the math in my head. I'll tell you what that is after we're done. So now we have 20 seconds of rest, and the next exercise is going to be a burpee. So for a modified burpee for a beginner, we're just going to do a walkout where you walk out with your hands, step back, step forward, and then you come up. For intermediate, I'll show you what that looks like now actually. So intermediate will be kicking back like this and coming up. And advanced will be chest to the floor burpee. So you go like this, come up. So I'm going to show you those again. So beginner will be a simple walkout, walk in, stand up. Intermediate will be kicking back, coming up, but not putting your chest to the floor. And advanced will be chest to the floor. So since I started this, I should do the advanced version. One more. And now we have 20 seconds of rest. So the next exercise we're going to do is a mountain climber. So mountain climber, we're going to stand, we're going to get in the press up position here. If you're a beginner, just do slow mountain climbers, knee to chest, like that. That's a very good exercise for your abs actually, more than cardio. Intermediate, obviously a bit more of a running motion. And if you're advanced, bring those knees to the chest quite quickly. So they're not meant to be easy, these workouts. Even if you're a beginner, you still will get a little bit of a sweat on. I'm a pretty fit guy, but even with intensity, I find these can be quite hard going. So that's mountain climbers. Next is going to be a squat jump. So for squats, if you are a beginner, I'm going to show you these in the rest period, obviously. So for squats as a beginner, just squat down, squat up, legs shoulder width apart, feet slightly turned out. Breathe in, exhale on the way up. This is what you do if you're a beginner. Do as many as you can. Intermediate, you can go a little bit faster. And with advanced, squat, jump. If you're intermediate, you can do that too, just a little bit slower. Yes, Ben, I'm coming for you. 15 minutes. Almost on 5 minutes through. So this is the first round of our cardio exercise. Last exercise of this round is press ups. So as seen the press up position, if you're a beginner, then knees on the ground, just do a kneeling press up, as many as you can. With intermediate and advanced is pretty much the same, but just the amount that you would do in the time that we have. So for an advance, when you do a press up, you want to make sure that you're leaning a little bit forward of your body. You don't want to be back like this, which is what a lot of people do. Bit more forward on your toes, and you want to push the earth away from you and bring your mind to your chest. So when you did your warm-up, you would obviously have made an intention of what you wanted to do. Maybe it would be that you want to have really rock hard pecs. That's always my intention. All right, guys, so that's the first time around. Even I've got a sweat on, and like I say, I'm a pretty fit guy. I do a lot of these sessions. So the more intense you are about these, the more you're going to get out of them. So back to the first round, running on the spot. Remember, if you're a beginner, just stand and bring your knees to the chest as much as you can. High knees, intermediate, little jog, and advanced. I want to see high knees, a little bit higher than mine. I'm sure you can do it. Ben can certainly do it. He's gagging to do a HIIT session in front of all of you. Okay, now we have 20 seconds of rest. Oh, and the next one is burpee. Oh my God, that's only been 6 minutes. Knackered already. So do this. Even if you do 20 minutes, 2-3 times a week, you're going to feel that difference. So again, burpee, that's an intermediate version, beginner, walk out, and advance, chest to floor, jump up. Couple more. That's my mic sticking out my trousers there. Ooh. Oh my God. Okay. Sweating. So our third exercise, mountain climbers. I remember these from school actually. Don't know if they still do these in PE in the UK. All right. So again, if you're beginner, just walk the knees to your elbows to your chest. But let's do a little bit faster if you can. This is the last round of cardio that we're doing. So let's really go for it. Give your body something to celebrate by treating it right with a little bit of decent exercise. Oh. Remember to drink some water while you're doing a session. I'm a bit of a freak in that way, where I don't drink a lot of water, but don't do what I say, do what I tell you to do. So next session is going to be squat jumps. So remember, if you're a beginner, we're just squatting down. Advanced, maybe with a little jump. Advanced with, definitely with a jump actually. I meant to say intermediate, maybe with a jump. You want to land softly on your feet. Don't want to put too much pressure on the joints. So 40 seconds. Okay. Well, last cardio move is press ups. Now, again, if you're a beginner, as I say, you can do these on your knees, doing 40 seconds of press ups, twice as tough. Imagine if we were doing a 40-minute session, which is going to be on my channel soon. Push away from the earth. Really feel that in your pecs. You want to focus on the muscle that you were working the whole time you were working it. Oh my God. Oh. Okay, so we're going to move to abs now. Just going to pause that for 1 second because I want to show you what we're doing. So, 5 exercises. First one will be a crunch, but it's a bit of a different crunch than you might be used to doing. So lie down on your mat, hands to your ears, elbows out, you know when your elbow's coming up. What I want you to do is, with your legs straight out, I want you to almost try to press your elbows to the ceiling. So I really want you to feel it here. That's the first one. The second one will be a reverse crunch. So you have your heels on the floor like this, hands by your sides, and then lift with these abs, your lower abs here. I don't want you to be swinging with your knees, it's with your abs. That's what's lifting your legs. Third one will be flutter kicks. So flutter kicks are head and shoulders off the floor and just flutter your legs like that. Do as much as you can, depending on your ability. Fourth one will be bicycles. Do a bicycle like that. If you're a beginner, you can just do a modification where you bring your knee to your elbow. I don't want you to just stick your elbow there. I want you to move with your oblique to the side and then to the side. That's Ben going crazy out there. He's desperate to do some abs. And then the last one will be an up-down plank, which will be in your plank position here. Go down on one forearm, down on the next, up and up. Try to keep your hips as stable as possible. So no sort of rocking around like that. You want to be quite straight, get an even rhythm, going down and up. So let's get our timer going, and we've got 10 seconds. Ben has 10 minutes before he can come in and join the fun. And we'll start with our crunch. So exhale on the way up. And what you're trying to do, as I say, you're not trying to round out your back to get to your feet. Actually, you're trying to push up towards the ceiling. So I'm going to not talk for a minute because it's quite knackering talking while you're doing a session. Okay, 20 seconds of rest. And then we'll do a reverse crunch. For a reverse crunch, if you're a beginner, if you find it quite hard to do this, just do one leg at a time, coming up, and make sure you are bringing your mind to your lower abs here, right? So let's go up. You just want your heels to lightly touch the floor, and I'll let Ben do all the talking while we're doing our abs exercises. So only 2 rounds of this, guys. You don't need to do your abs every time you work out. To be honest, I don't think there's much harm. But as with any exercise routine that you have, it's very important to take time off as well. So have a day off in between, depending on your level of ability, or have 1 day off, 2 days off a week. Depends on what you're doing, if you're weight training or you're doing cardio as well. But it is important to give your bodies a rest. Okay, so we're doing flutter kicks now. So head and shoulders off the floor. If you're advanced, you can do a little bit harder, a little bit faster. The lower you go, the harder it is. So if you're a beginner and you're finding that quite hard, if you go up with your legs, make sure your back is flat into the mat. You might find that a bit easier. Intermediate, you can go somewhere between the bottom level and the top level. But once you've got the hang of it, challenge yourself and try to go that extra mile. Okay, so now we have a little rest. And then that was number 3. Now we're going to do bicycles. So again, if you are a beginner, sweat getting into my ears there. With your hands to your ears, if you're a beginner, just bring one knee to your elbow. Make sure that you are really working those obliques. This is quite a hard one to do, even if you're advanced actually. But if you are advanced, legs straight out, and then slow bicycles, side to side, really focusing on those abs. Abs are like any other muscle. You have to really bring your intention and your thought to it. To give it a workout, you need to tense it. But in all honesty, you are really only going to see your abs if you have a pretty clean diet. So, up, down, plank, now on. So, down, down, up, up. And then what I do is I alternate the arm on which I go down. Because I like to be even about things. Oh, we'll stop there. All right, and now one more round to go, guys. We've got 5 minutes, whatever time of day it is where you are. If you're starting your morning, you're midway through, or you're finishing your evening, you've done a really hardcore 15 minutes so far with me, 20 by the time we're done. And if you're like me, you will be sweating away like nobody's business. So let's get this done. We know what we're doing. Remember, up to the ceiling, not head to the toes. Because I really want this to work, your upper abs here. So we always do upper, lower, obliques, and then plank is very good for transverse abdominals. So next one will be for lower, which is our reverse crunch. I know a lot of trainer friends of mine that hate doing reverse crunch, but you get to lie down, so I don't mind it. Okay, so light touch of the heels to the floor. Make sure you're not using the momentum of your legs to swing up and down. You really want to feel this in your lower abs. That's what is powering your legs to move upwards. If you do Pilates, or you've ever done Pilates, that's the message that you will get when you're doing any kind of abs exercise, that you're using your abs to lift and tone. Okay. So, what was our third one again? Oh, I'm so exhausted. My mind has gone. Flutter kicks. So, flutter kicks. I always put my hands a little bit under my bum actually, because I find that makes me more stable. You don't want your back to arch with any of these exercises. You want them to be flat into the floor. So, head and shoulders off the floor. A little bit of a flutter. Who doesn't like a flutter every now and then? If you know the movie that came from, I'll give you a free session, or the way I'm paraphrasing, so you'll have to work it out. Okay, almost to the end. After this, we've got 2 more exercises to do, 2 minutes, and then you're done. So it's important to eat well after you do exercise. You want some protein, a little bit of carbs. Anytime you exercise, and you exercise well, is a good time to have some of your favourite carbs. So rice, pasta, potatoes, whatever it is that you like to eat. Have a little bit of those with some protein. I'm going to do some bicycle crunches now. Really what you're trying to do is move with your, make your shoulder meet your knee, not your elbow, because I don't want any of this. If you're just like flapping around like a bird on the beach, you're not doing anything for your obliques. So be intentional about what you're doing. Again, if you're a beginner, and I realise I just put my elbow to my knee there, but if you're a beginner, focus on bringing your knee to your shoulder and really feeling that in your side. 1 minute to go, guys. So as well as eating well after you've done exercise, it's really important to drink a lot of water, something that many people don't do. I drink between 2 and 4 litres a day. That keeps everything moving in harmony. Better metabolism function, better digestion, your skin will look better. Everything functions better when you are well hydrated. Remember, your body is like 70% water, so it craves it. Don't tense your legs when you're doing any kind of plank exercise. A lot of people do that. It's important to keep those soft. Not easy, these up-down planks. Oh my God. So there we go. 20 minutes with me. That's ShivsFit. Now you're fit. We're all fit. Do that 2-3 times a week, guys. It's all you need to do to get fit. Drink lots of water, have a good meal, some protein, some carbs, and I'll see you back here on my YouTube channel soon.